When I was 18 years old, these hands picked up drugs when I was lost. These hands led to addiction in a mind that I couldn't break free from. It was these hands that led me to prison. I hit rock bottom with these hands.
These hands served in the United States Army and fought in the Middle East. These hands held on to mental wounds that were harder to see than obvious physical scars. These hands pushed my family away and allowed these unseen scars to destroy my marriage and relationships with my kids. These hands held on to fears from generations of numerous suicides in my family. These hands were only moments from taking my life.
These hands were cuffed and facing felony charges. These hands couldn't feel the touch of my children because I had lost custody of them. How was this my reality? It was these hands that burnt bridges with family and friends with no promise of restoration. I couldn't see past all my failures with these hands.
I'm getting there.
He's so good.
But his hands have offered me the free gift of salvation. His hands led me out of prison. His hands have given me joy and the ability to hope for a better future. His hands have given me the ability today to serve him and be free.
His hands saved my life after numerous years of wanting to take it. His hands have healed wounds that seemed impossible to heal. His hands have established a relationship with the mother of my children. His hands have also restored the relationship with my children. His hands has placed other combat veterans within our church congregation that went through the same experiences as me. Thank you for walking through this journey with me. His hands have allowed me to speak life unto others, to love him like I've never loved him before, and to serve him and walk obedient with him moment by moment for the rest of my life.
His hands erased the literal debt I owed and placed a sign above my head saying not guilty. His hands restored relationships beyond what my mind could comprehend. His hands have given me the opportunity to live a life wholeheartedly sold out for him and for my children to witness God's delivering power. His hands were nailed to a cross for all of us.
For our every sin, his hands bled. For every wrong word, for every wrong thought, and every wrong action.
His hands can bring healing. His hands can bring forgiveness.
His hands can bring victory over every wrong thing that enslaves us. In his hands, we can have life, freedom, closeness with God who created us.
You see, he took up our weaknesses and carried our sorrows, and he was beaten and afflicted.
He was wounded for our wrongdoings. He was crushed for our immorality. The punishment that can bring us peace was upon him, and by his wounds we are healed.
We all, like sheep, have wandered on our own paths. Each of us have turned away, and the Father laid on his Son Jesus all of our sins.
He was assigned a grave with the wicked, though he had done no violence, nor had any deceit in his mouth.
Yet it was God's will to offer Jesus and to allow him to suffer and make his life a sacrificial offering.
But the will of the Lord will prosper in his hand. Jesus, the righteous servant, justifies many and made a way for us.
He has poured out his life unto death and was numbered with the wrongdoers.
He carried the sin of many and made forgiveness possible for all the wrongdoers.
Call on him.
Follow him.
Take his hand.